On Friday morning, ex-Ozeki Koto Oshu proudly presented his hungry young recruits to the wider world in his latest live-streamed training session. Just hours later, he received a Sumo Association email telling him to stop. Not the live streaming, the practice bouts. After Sumo's first positive test for the coronavirus was revealed on Friday, the first step Sumo bosses took was to confirm that each stable was complying with existing prevention guidelines. Their second step was to impose extra restrictions on training. The non-contact elements, pole slapping, foot stamping, and leg sliding are to continue. Winner stays on bouts and charging practice are to be suspended for at least the next week. For wrestlers who thrive on the adrenaline rush when blasting a rival out of the ring, the loss of practice bouts will only add to the general oppression inside the four walls to which they are now completely confined. We understand that now even junior wrestlers charged with running errands are grounded, and that coaches or their friends are going shopping on everyone's behalf. However, although stable masters tell their charges to order any food they want, most wrestlers see that as an inversion of the pupil-master relationship and are very hesitant to speak up. That's what one of them told Sports Hochi this weekend, meaning that coaches must deploy second guesswork when scraping stable menus together. Amid the widespread desolation, there should, in theory, still be plenty to keep wrestlers busy. Many celebrities have been boosting their own personal online content to maintain connections with fans, among which many wrestlers can be counted. And if the strongmen feel under-exercised, there is always weight work. I saw a nice video of Koto Shoho's teenage brother, Taiki, effortlessly pulling up weights with his legs while fiddling with his phone. Saitama Sakai joined thousands of other schools in closing its doors in March. Its fabulous sumo club members are also now training at home. In terms of wrestler conditioning, there will be three main challenges to overcome. Firstly, weight control. It will be very difficult to maintain existing weights amid such drastic changes to the training regime. Secondly, knowing one's own strength. You can lengthen the exercises, you can up your weight training, but it's still no substitute for the feel of another wrestler's flesh as an indicator of your current strength. Remember Taka Keisho's telling remark during Osaka, "My mind tells me I'm outputting power as normal, but my opponent doesn't seem to feel it." Thirdly, maintaining what they call sumo sense. The ability to know exactly where the rope is and how your body should respond to certain movements is very difficult to maintain without practice partners actually fighting you. Yes, everyone's in the same boat in this regard, but wrestlers who particularly rely on sharp movement, such as Enho and Ishiura, will be really missing these practice bout sessions. As for the unnamed infected wrestler, his condition is said to be stable as he remains in hospital. A full, deep clean of his stable has been conducted, and all training activities there, including pole slapping, have been suspended until April the 22nd, which marks 14 days since the wrestler tested positive. As of Monday, April the 13th, no one else in the stable has shown symptoms nor been tested. Sumo chiefs cited protection of personal information as the reason for withholding the wrestler's name, but then oddly suggested this didn't apply to coaches or wrestlers at salaried level, who would be publicly named if infected. Private versus public interest debates aside, Sumo must attempt the unenviable balancing act of preventing infections while maintaining the match fitness of its personnel. Younger wrestlers may have been barred from collecting them by hand, but the latest rankings charts will still be issued on April the 27th as planned. However, with Professor Kenji Shibuya, one of the few cool heads we can trust right now, predicting that Japan's outbreak will peak in either May or June, quite when those ranks will be put on the line remains unclear.